everybody. I don't know if people can hear me, and I apologise for the late start. Conditions have been arduous. I can't see the show up at the minute, so I'm going to assume I'm talking to nobody, although my box tells me I'm broadcasting. So let's see if I can work my way out of it, so please do forgive me. Right, I can see something. I can't see you folks yet in the chat, but one thing at a time. As you can probably hear, it's pretty filthy. Forecast was not great yesterday evening, but kind of decided to keep my foot in. But why can't I see the chats? So if you can hear me, sorry I'm not responding to anything at the minute. I don't seem to have the option of chat, which tells me that tablet or YouTube is having a laugh, but no. Let's go back out, go back in. I think I'm going to have to try and do this off my phone. This idea looks a naff one. I can get into the show okay, but I just don't have an option for the chat. I'm going to stay with this for the minute, and then I'm going to switch to my phone once this one has gone out. I really don't want to get my phone out in this if I can avoid it. Jeez. Definitely not the host with the most when I can't even get in the chat. I just don't even have the button available. So what we're going to do, we're going to try this. If I can get my phone out of the broadcast box safely. In fact, no, I'm going to leave it there at the minute. I'll rely on everybody to watch their own corner in the chat. Please don't post anything that needs my urgent attention. I'm going to reboot the tablet first and foremost. Brass tacks and all that. Restart, please. Yeah. So I'm just restarting the tablet at the moment, just to see what that does for us. Jet 2 with an A321, off somewhere in the Canaries, I don't doubt. Sounds like we've got an ATR on its way. So good morning and welcome to Edinburgh, if you can indeed hear me. Mark's still not in the chat, so I'm trying to keep the camera rolling and we'll see if my luck improves. Rain is just too heavy to move anything around really. Of all the things I thought could go wrong, the fact that I can't see a chat in my own YouTube show wasn't actually at the top of the list of forecasts. So let's have a look. Let's have another go. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I'll chat to you while I'm tiffling in the background. On my channel, I see there's 140 people watching. That's good, if I could talk to you. And I just clicked on it and it's all gone. Anyway, welcome to a pretty wet Edinburgh. I'm just going to try something slightly different because this ain't working out. In for a penny, in for a pound. Whew. It sounds like I'm blowing a bit. I am. So we're here on the Mound, as regulars will know. For those who know the area really well, I can't believe it. I still haven't got any chat showing. Right, we have to go to Telephono, plan B. No planes at the minute. You can see there's a lot of water on that runway. Why have I got no flaming chat showing? Right. If you lose me entirely, it's because I've shaken the dice once too often. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Right, that's got the phone out of the box. That's a start. It's not me limbering up for a song. Right, it must be to do with the tablet. I can see you on my phone, so I'm going to have to be spotty with my saying hello to folks, so please don't slay me if I miss something. I'm just going to go straight from the top. First name I can see here is Charlie Bravo. Good morning to you, Charlie Bravo. Alexandra Wood, good morning to you. Andy P, hello. I see we've got those silly numbers back again, haven't we? After the names. So Alexandra, good morning. Nell, good morning. Ash Watts, good morning. Hi Jason Cummings. The Foxy B. Hey up Laura. Tony Rivers. Paul Barnes. Jonathan McD. Keith Cornell. Chigwell's Finest. Linda Canties. Who else do I need to say hi to? 69 years of age, DB Bassman, Aidan Powell. A little bit older than recently turned 50, Craig McLean. Hope you two are both enjoying your advanced seniority. Okay. John McKenzie, good morning to you. Lowlander, hi. You going out for a walk this morning, or will the dog not go? Filthy day, Big DC. Yeah, I think it's filthy back home as well. Let's just put you around on the sock for a second. The rain's coming from that end, so I'm not going to languish. We've got a plane coming down the track. I think we have, so we'll take a chance. Live stream aviation does need some planes. Does need some planes. There we go. Give it a lens wipe in a minute. By gum. Mike Wild, hello to you, Mike. Steve Beekhouse, 78. A bit of drizzle indeed. Nothing to get onerously excited about. Good morning, Nick Gray. As you can probably hear in the background, it's a bit... That drizzle is busy drizzle. Right, that's all the names I can see. If I've missed you, I do apologise. Glasses are a bit splattered with rain. Tablet is on strike. I'll work that one out in a bit, see if I can fix it as we go along. For some reason, it's just not giving me chat, which makes utterly no sense. So let's bugger out of that and have a bit of flight radar, I think. So, Ryanair on the move. You're going to get a lot of telescopes today. I've got a brolly wedged in my coat, which is a help and a hindrance in equal measure. I don't think the rain is going to stop, but it should ease. That is the bet that I've made. So the plane on shot, off to Rome. At least I've got flight radar up without too much drama. We have another departure coming up the track as well. I won't bother trying to get a wave. It's a jet2.com off to Vienna. I'll see if I can get you a 2-for-1. Check of the lens. Might need a little wishy-washy. How's that? Right. Let's have a bit more spray. We've got plenty enough of the stuff from above. Now we just need to see it put to artistic effect. Craig now speaks better English than me too. I'm only half Scottish, but it does extend over the border in the other direction too. And she's even more eloquent in person. Just to be clear. Good morning, Chippers. How goes it, Sam? I'm guessing it's raining with you. Big DC's reported in poor weather. what would make this even better? Some serious wind. And not of the gastric variety, before those of you with that sense of humour take the plunge on what I've just said. Good morning, Maria Payne. Rain, rain, rain indeed. I think that is the outlook for the morning at various strengths. There may be a window of no rain around midday, last I looked on the flight radar. We're going to finish at 12:30 if we can get that far. Be nice. That's the plan. Anyway, let me just quickly tell you where this plane is going. EasyJet to Belfast, an A320, 14 years of vintage. Red Rex X, lots of sevens. How you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show. DB Bassman, legendary member, celebrating 27 months with PSA. Definitely no fireworks today, DB, but thank you for your awesome support. This is interesting. There's an ATR holding short. Going to be going out off a hop, skip and jump, but I think EasyJet goes first. Somebody's on finals. So gloomy. Wow, can you hear it slamming? I'm just going to leave you there, try and keep the lens out of the water as much as I can. That was me just quickly checking whether the glass had got anything on it. Hard to tell sometimes. Good morning, Martin Reed and Bairdy. Sorry if I'm miscalling some of the hellos as well, because obviously with YouTube having gone back to gobbledygook with chat names, just makes it that little bit trickier. So ATR on shot is off to Dublin. We also have an EasyJet jetliner off to Bristol, an A320, also I think wanting to go short. So I'm just going to take you away until the ATR moves, because otherwise I'm just going to splatter the lens to know. Oh, the inbound plane is going next anyway, so that's settled that. Lord knows how this will focus. It's all murk. I wonder how many togas we're going to get today. Anything slow exiting is going to be a hassle. Good morning, Alibi. I thought you were going to throw me a curveball there and tell me the sun is out where you are. To be fair, it was quite cold on that stretch of road this morning. It dropped to 2.5 degrees. I thought any rain might come as snow temporarily. Good morning, Leslie McIntosh. My pleasure. Thank you for putting up with me. I was 20 odd minutes late. Couldn't get in the chat. It's a wonder I'm not still in my pyjamas. Anyway, lovely to see you all. Good morning, David. Smart as well, before I forget. And any other names I think I've missed? I don't think there is. first figure today, having gone through the cycle of shall I cancel or shall I not, I just thought might be just that little bit more interesting. Throw up some different variables. Right, first bizjet of the show, a Flex Jet Embraer Praetor 600, 4 years of age, inbound. I won't chase after it just yet. Good morning, Gordon Hunter and Jimbo. Yeah, Tony Rivers and Alibi. Yep, you're doing the right thing there, fellas. More toast, more tea. Nick Gray's got -4 at Boston. We've had a pretty chilly week. I don't think we got as low as -4. I might be wrong about that. Some places in the country got more than that, of course. We had a cold snap by our standards. Rab, if I did, it would be absolutely sodden. Good morning, my friend. I don't know. You're right. I probably should have come with a better excuse. Kind of right up there with the dog ate me homework. The amount of water on the camera bag is phenomenal. Well, this one ain't going to dry the track out much, is it? Water displacement, 3 teacups. Oh, he by gum. I'm sure they said it was going to ease off by now. It don't feel like it. Still, gives us a change of pace. Lots of water, lots of spray. Bit of a challenge with the conditions, which will be handy if we get any named storms in the next 2 or 3 weeks. British Airways are next arrival. In fact, I can see them, so this will be interesting. Plenty of time. I was thinking, Tony Rivers, you probably should have 2 extra slices of toast, really. Seems a shame not to fully utilise the toaster. DB Bassman, you are such a mate. Extra hot coffees today. £15 goes above and beyond. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll have to have those on another day. I'm going to fess up. I've 2 things I've forgotten today. Our kitchen worktops are black, so got to go with this. So my wallet is still in the kitchen, and so are my camera gloves. You know, the ones with the detachable fingertips. Blended in a treat. And I was that fixated on setting up the kit in the kitchen, as in the broadcast kit, for a rapid setup here. I got a message from Mrs. PSA to say, you do know you've left your wallet and gloves. Wallet and gloves, it's almost like a rip-off version of Wallace and Gromit. Anyway, good thing is the car is gassed for there and back. But thank you, DB. I can hear Annie Lennox in my head now, singing about that rain, and she'd not be wrong. Going to take the lens away from the water, away from the water. Might need a tactful wipe, so let's do that. Tactical wipe, not tactful. Chipaz 1990, member for 17 months. I could always dance. Yeah. I'm not sure what I feel like doing motion-wise. I think a dance could be a bit of a reach, but it's been fantastic to have you with us, pal. Oh, God bless you too, the Foxy Bee. Thank you so much, Cuppa and Cake. You and DB spoil me. I will bank those as banked credit, but I will be using them for exactly that purpose. Dwayne Curley, good morning to you, Dwayne. And good morning, Jessica Stoner. Hello to you. Happy Sunday indeed. Definitely one if you are in certainly the north east and Scotland. I can't speak for the rest of the UK. I'm going to guess it's definitely one that is better spent at home if you can do it that way. Can't think many dogs want walking. Good morning, Pete Salverson. How are you doing? Don't worry, Linda. I'm as covered as you can be. Well, in a fashion. I'm wearing waterproofs. I've got a welly wedged in my coat. The kit is pretty much all under wraps. I mean, you never really know 100% with things until you finish the show, if you know what I mean. But we're up, we're running, and we're sharing a few planes. Can I just quickly check, is sound okay? I've moved the microphone and I'm very mindful that I might have moved it into a poor location, but just keeping it out of the rain a bit more. We have a KLM, Smiley Dolphin, inbound from Amsterdam. Aircraft a year old, according to Flight Radar. That is going to be your next arrival, small minutes away. Good morning, Robert. WK24. How you doing, Robert? Thank you, Linda and Chipaz. Thank you, Andy P, as well. Every time you move something, you kind of wonder if you're going to nouse it up. It's a precarious ecosystem. Live broadcast on a wet day, but it ain't windy. Which is probably the difference in terms of being able to manage this level of rain. I think if it came with a storm strength wind, I don't think it would be doable. And I've got quite a high threshold for that kind of stuff. So I think the one thing we can definitely say today, if you lose me during the course of things, as in picture goes and everything, expect that's my chips done. There's no potential for diagnostic stuff in these conditions at all, as you might expect, really. Oh, thank you so much, Christine. 2 months, milestone triggered. Lovely to celebrate it with you. Thank you so much. I love the medal as well. Kind of reminds me of Dastardly and Muttley. One of my favourite cartoons. Show me age, of course. Right, see if I can make the phone scroll. Craig McLean, awesome support buddy, gifting a membership. I'm guessing we're over 100 likes. If so, thank you to everybody that has done that. And welcome aboard, Robert Caulfield, 5233, known to me as RCC. I recognise Robert's YouTube handle, not that one. Alison McDonald, good morning to you. Jessica, my good luck or good wishes for good luck and all the rest of it for you with your mock exams. Soon come round, don't they? Well, Pete, if you're saying this is banked credit and I was due a deluge, I must be honest, we've had a few wet ones recently, but not stonkers, not, you know, we've had a bit of rain and it's made you cold. Christine, thank you so much as well for your very generous super chat as well. $1.99 to the cause. Tea towel for me to lay my wallet on. How do I end up in these kind of pickles? I'll tell you what though, Yvonne C and husband Guy chilling out in 28 degrees C Paphos, that cheers me up a lot. I can vicariously take some warmth from your leisurely living the high life experience. Good morning to you both. Yeah, I think you're right, Craig. I think we are veering towards beach towel territory. Right, we have outbound action. Ryanair are heading off to London Stansted. You'll see that plane in a minute. And another Ryanair tucking in behind it on its way to Poznan. They're your next outbounds. Can't quite see what's happening inbound wise. 9 o'clock here in the UK. Good morning, Jackie Lawrence. If I've double helloed anybody, it's only because I don't recognise some of the tags here with all the numbers on it. Kind of doesn't make things as memorable, but welcome to Edinburgh. We are here on a pretty filthy day, bringing you the action on runway 6. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think the Qatar Dreamliner has gone out yet, has it? Anybody? If it did, it got past me without me noticing this morning, which no surprise really, given the conditions, but that would be quite nice to see go if it hasn't gone. Oh, yeah. Right, planes appearing. I won't wave to them, I haven't got a spare hand. But they might wave to me out of charity. Good morning, Ross McNeil, member for 13 months now. No chat, says subscribers only. It shouldn't say oh yeah, it does. Are you not a subscriber? You remember, Ross, if you just hit the subscribe button after 2 minutes, you're in anyway. It doesn't charge you anything for that. Yeah, we've always been subscribers only on chat. So just, if you hit that, it won't charge you a penny piece. It's the membership that you pay for. Come on, get into the chat. So 2 Ryanairs here. So our first 757 is due out around 20 to 10, if I remember correctly. Good morning, David. I'm on my lonesome. I wouldn't expect anybody to be out here in this. I really wouldn't. It's too cold. If you're not twirling the camera and directly in the chat and whatever, it'd be too cold to enjoy the planes. It's way better done on your television set. Good morning, the retreating blade. How are you doing? Let's just scroll up, check I've not missed anybody. Do 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 do. Now I think, Rab, you've got to be out because you've got to be out, if you know what I mean. Then you kind of embrace the conditions, don't you? But it doesn't make any sense otherwise. Point the camera out of the rain. I might be wrong, but it's looking a bit brighter, as in relatively brighter, over towards Livingston. Not quite t-shirt weather, but you know. So welcome and good morning to anybody that has just joined the show. I'm mindful that people come and go as Sunday unfolds. Welcome to Edinburgh. Mark on commentary, if you didn't already know that, here at the Mound on what's a pretty soggy day, as you'll hear with the rain in the background. Lots of big spray coming our way, of course, as the day unfolds. No chance the runway is going to get dry during the course of the show. The rain is pretty much going to be omnipresent throughout. Just looking at the windsock, we are still solid with an easterly. No wind change expected, so we are going to be, well, easterly of some flavour. and just at a level which guarantees us 24s, runway 6 operations. Good morning, David Gordon. Happy Sunday to you. Good morning, Jeff Bank as well. And if you're in the show but not yet in the chat, pop in and say hi. Oh, thank you, Robert. Qatar left at 7:07:33. I never noticed it, although I think I was actually en route, so I'd parked up, couldn't park where I wanted because the gate was locked, went to my other spot, which is probably about 15 minutes from where I'm standing, and even then I would have normally expected to have noticed the Dreamliner taxiing out, but the rain was particularly savage, as it would be. You sit in the car thinking, oh, it's just easing a little bit. You get out of the car, boy, let it go. Good morning, Valen Dandy. Good morning to you. John Ashley, good morning, buddy. So, give me some planes. Looks like our next one is going to be an EasyJet from London Gatwick. 5 minutes out. Logan Air transponding for their departure to Newquay, but that's not due to go for another 20 minutes or so by my approximate reckoning. I can hear the very faint notes of an ATR. So I'm thinking probably Logan Air might be going a bit early. Who knows? Thank you, David Gordon. The Qatar Dreamliner, the inbound that is scheduled for 12:35, is running monster early at the minute, 11:46. Which, to be honest, I am highly tempted to call that the plane will adjourn with, but I do want to see the Washington 757 departure, the United Airlines one that is. That's 12:35, so we'll aim for that. Good morning, Storm Hing. Charlie Bravo. Don't be giving it, where's Cooper? She's grafting. Good morning, Scottish Linda. How are you doing, Linda? Yeah, it's officially cold. It's honestly, it's one of those things. I'm one of those folks as well who likes to see the planes in the rain, lots of spray and all the rest of it. Kind of gives you good visuals, but the cold bit is the much less fun side of it. So anyway, by the by, I suppose we are here, we are now. Welcome to Edinburgh. Thank you, David. That Logan Air that I thought I could hear is taxiing. Rab's got freezing chat. Well, at least you got some. I couldn't get any chat out of my tablet. I think that damage that it befell a couple of weeks ago is just starting to make itself felt in all kinds of obscure ways. Anyway, doesn't matter. We are where we are. EasyJet in from London Gatwick. I should be able to see it, but it's a measure of how scabby the weather is, and the cloud is so low that... Oh, I can just see the merest, the light just starting to break through. I'm not going to put you on it yet, be no point. Focus wouldn't be able to grab it. Ah, well done, Linda. You should have a lie-in. It's one of those things. That's what Sundays are created for, really. Having a bit of a lie-in. Apologies for the rustling. I'm just moving a couple of bits, as you kind of have to on days like this. Oh, nice one, David. So we've got Delta inbound with a 767-300 extended range in 10 minutes, a mere 10 minutes. Boy, is that going to kick some fluid up off the deck. Where's that Loganair ATR? It's definitely coming my way. I can't decide if it's just daylight climbing, so to speak, or whether the clouds are easing a little bit. Cannot decide. Rain is supposed to start easing at some point around 9 o'clock-ish. Well, it was last I looked. Let's see what we can do here. Can't think there'd be an awful lot of kilowattage off that solar farm today. Oops, sorry about that. Good morning, Abby. Hope all is good. So that EasyJet has just vacated. Take it away, Maestro. Good morning, Charlie Newlands. Yep, wrapped up like a Christmas present. Well, not dressed in paper, but everything's covered up. Hope you're doing well, mate. Oh, Rab, who's the member on the 767? I missed that or forgotten it. Standing by. So, our first inbound heavy, that Delta Airlines 767-300, 28 and a half years of age, departed New York JFK 5 hours 46 minutes ago. No worries, Rob. I've forgotten. Oh, I know. Is it the person who went out during last week's show? It's going to bug me now. Of course, it might not be that person. Okay, it's in there somewhere. Just going to wait the other side of those sticks. It was a bit bouncy, wasn't it, Rab? Good morning, Andrew Burns. Happy Sunday to you, pal. Oh, Andrew Burns. Well, in which case, welcome back, Andrew Burns. I got Andrew in my head from last week, but I couldn't remember. Well, I'm sort of staving off hypothermia at the minute. But anyway, hope you had a cracking time. Don't know if you are starboard side at the window, but I'll just drag us in a little bit nearer. British Airways on the way out. Scottish Linda, if only it was a fire. I know what you mean now you've said that. He's on the money in terms of acoustics, but not in terms of what it is. No, it's just the rain. I've got a brolly wedged in my coat at a fairly jaunty angle, and I think that's the water sound you can hear. It's also bouncing off the camera bag as well. Just going to let the plane roll into shot, probably easier. Good morning, James Woolard. How you doing, James? Trust me, a plane will appear. There you go, there's a bit of it, bit of a teaser. So British Airways on their way to London Heathrow. Next inbound is Ryanair from London Stansted. A nice one, David Gordon. First 757 of the show. The Newark departure. Let's just push back. Nice one. Yeah, definitely alibi. Just too tired, isn't it? Too tired for words. Somebody's switched the rain back on. What were they thinking? Good morning, Lammy. Lammy03 joining us from sunny Marbella. Well, that's the way to go. We've got Yvonne C and husband Guy in 28 degrees Paphos. Mark here at 4 degrees or thereabouts Edinburgh. United are just pulling out to the taxiway. In fact, I think we can quickly nip and have a little bit of that. And then nip back again for the inbound Ryanair. So that's what's coming your way, folks. bit of bird scaring going on. I can't think there's many sensible birds out today. Oh, nice one Chip has. You've got your 737 Max United and 787-10. I got my Air Force One during the week. Absolutely delighted with that. So exactly as Chip has foretold, it's the older United livery. I don't like this one at all. Not just because it's old, for the avoidance of doubt. Check those wipers. Good morning, Andrew McInnes. I'm buzzing for you, mate. Safe journey tomorrow. I think you're right, Charlie Bravo. Too wet to wave. I've given up. I've realised I'm just wetting my phone in all that excitement, trying to elicit a friendly gesture from the flight deck. I definitely don't need any of that. we get a wave? Fancy that. Well done, the captain. Kudos. I couldn't tell, my glasses are too splattered. We need a quick lens wipe. And everything is beautiful. Siobhan, how are you doing? Hope you're keeping well, sweetheart. You are just in time for EasyJet from Bordeaux, an A320, our next plane. Anyway, I hope you're keeping well. So a brace of Loganairs about to depart. Front of the queue is going to be this ERJ 145 off to Bergen, pursued by an ATR 72, which will be off to Exeter. That's the sound you can hear growling in the background. Inbound, we have a Turkish A321. Good morning, Jimmy Gibson. How you doing, pal? To Flying Buttress. It is filthy, proper filthy. Breakfast time all around the chats. Good move, everybody. I'll tell you what, Siobhan, bath is all I can think of when I get home. The hottest bath that is bearable. Thank you so much for your really kind super chat. You know I'm going to put, Ko-fi, not super chat. You know I'm going to put that to work exactly as you asked, directed, whatever you want to call it. Have a safe drive home, and yeah, thank you so much for your support. See you next week. and Jacqueline Murphy. Happy Sunday to you. Yeah, cold wet one today, definitely. Okay, the Turkish Airlines arrival is just vacating now, so I would say just about good to go. Good morning, Glenn's Aviation Love. So this ATR off to Exeter. Just trying to work out where the next arrival's coming from. Looks like an EasyJet from London Luton. 10 minutes out. Don't think anybody is making better time than that. Right, I can see something taxiing down the track. Must be a bizjet, I'm thinking. It's got a T-tail on it, and I don't think it's an ERJ145. Yeah, FlexJet, we saw arrive earlier on in the show, is on its way out. The Praetor 600 off. Oh, actually, that can't be right. It says Liverpool to Edinburgh. Is that where it came from? I can't quite remember. KLM transponding for return to Amsterdam, an an E195E2. Alibi, that's what I love about baths, man. Definitely. Hot as you can get it and top it up. And yeah, an hour, definitely. Come out even more wrinkled than I go in. Scottish Linda's on the same page as well. Defo. Ooh, something to look forward to. The magnificent... the magnificent Pegasus. Inbound in 60 minutes. I think I can... Hang on a minute. Do you know what? For a minute I thought I could see a Pegasus tail fin over towards the terminal. It's actually EasyJet, but my eyes are that bleary with all the rain splatter on the glasses. Kind of look yellowy. Right, you can hear it. Now it's my job to show it. The Praetor 600. So the next plane in shot will be, as you can now see, the Smiley Dolphin that is KLM. I've got to be honest, Craig McLean, and just chucking myself into the lemon curd debate, definitely jam over lemon curd. Not with, by the way, in case anyone's misunderstood what I meant there. Definitely jam. So we do have inbound action. This is going to have to hold for that, no question on that one. So EasyJet from Luton is the inbound plane. Well, as you can imagine, not many spotters on the Mound this morning. Check out that Wookiee. at least when we captioned the thumbnail wet, we didn't run the risk of being cited under the Trades Descriptions Act through a lack of wetness. I don't know if Tony Rivers is still listening in. I'm curious, Tony, whether you took much action around the prospects of a 2-day finish on the test match. I'm still seething about that. Right, we've got a couple of departures pending, so we're going to get some nice spray shots any minute now. Ryanair leading the charge out of the paddock. I know Jet 2 are also on their way as well. The Jet 2 is going to Tenerife. Ryanair, where's that going? Krakow. In fact, let's just do a quick lens wipe while we're here. How's that? So, Celeste Donaldson is in the show. Good morning to you, Celeste. Jet 2 cutting in. Well, Tony, the cricket, just, I'm not unique in this, it's driven me mad. I got up at 4 o'clock both days. I thought, I don't need to be up at 2 o'clock, 4 will do. But yesterday was just abject. And to think, originally my plan was to be out there for this Ashes tour, and it probably would have been the Perth test because Mrs. PSA wouldn't have wanted me away at Christmas. Can't see me wanting to have gone to the Gabotoir. Anyway, I feel for all the fans that went out there and only got 2 days worth of cricket. Not due to the weather either. Absolutely terrible. Oh, that's interesting, Nell. So Cricket Australia has to refund for days 3, 4 and 5. I suppose it makes sense. I was thinking about it just from the fact that I'd taken Paramount Plus subscription so that I could watch it on TNT Sports. I suppose that works out way cheaper than having gone out there. Every time you think the rain is slackening off, it picks up again. I've just seen your loyalty milestone, 4 months a member. Hook smash. How you doing? Yeah, you're right, Tony Rivers. TNT's coverage is utterly lame. Okay, next on the spray treadmill is Ryanair, off to Krakow. Lining up very slowly. Les the Bairn, aka Celeste Donaldson, enters the 30-month membership club. I must be honest, Les, I have had brighter ideas. Anyway, awesome support, buddy. So let's get a bit more big spray on the old sprayometer. Just hoping the planes keep coming, because it's a lonely spot if nothing's moving. We do have another Jet 2 on its way out, 737-800 striking out for Fuerteventura. That should be on the taxiway momentarily. Track is clear. Here we go. Ciao for now, Dino. Have a good week, pal. Ooh, good morning. Hans Olaf Mork, Leica number 198. If you're watching the show, folks, and you fancy getting us into the double century territory, just tickle that like. It's entirely free and it'll make this old geezer smile. Anyway, all is good, Hans Olaf. Thank you for being Leica 198. So, POC UFC, hello to you. Welcome to the show. Yep, all good here. It is a bit cold, it is incredibly wet, but it's awfully good fun. Although I can't but help think it would have been a lot smarter if I'd remembered my photography gloves. Hands are feeling it a little bit now, but to be fair, the gloves would probably be pretty wet by now anyway. Waterproof as they are, you can't beat the elements forever. Good morning, Dopey Gorp. Or should we say, Dopey Gorp 666? What's that all about? Thank you, Les, and thank you everybody that got us to 200. If you were like a 199 or 200, don't be shy, do tell us in the chat. I think I said Ventura for this. So we should have United Airlines in from Washington around 10:25. Keith Cornell, that's what's worrying me. I always think of Dopey Gorp was highly mischievous. If he's in league with the devil, I'm in big trouble. So this should be a turn and burn, really. Inbound United arrival from Washington. Looks like it ain't far away. It's over Les's house at the minute. It is. Les, have a look out the window, you can probably see it. It's only at 6,500 feet. I will do Dopey Gorp once I'm back in the car. I'm having to use the phone to stay in the chat. That's a different can of worms. It's like the rain machine's gone back out of snooze. So we've got a United 757, small minutes away, so that's handy. If you've just joined the show, welcome to Edinburgh. Definitely not the kind of day they want to feature in the tourist brochures, but still plenty of fun. Phil at SCO, hello to you, pal. Jonathan McD, 100 feet, yeah, I can believe that. I really can. Not sure what it is directly over me, but looking your way, it looks definitely lower than it is here. Well, Phil, to be honest, I kind of thought this would be a lot of fun to do, which it has been. Something different. I think if the wind had been at higher strength, it might not have been viable. Thank you, Chipaz. Iceland Air, 10 minutes out. I have got eyes on an inbound aircraft. It's not the United from Washington, it is the Ryanair from Woes, a Max 8 200 that is about 18 months old, give or take. Relatively short flight to Woes, 1 hour 17 minutes. This might actually be the rainiest show I've ever done in terms of sheer volume of water. I've had heavier deluges, I think, but this has just kept at it all day. Right, 757 inbound. Quick lens wipe, I think. Keep us ship shape. Nearly said something else then. Ooh, that was close. I have KC. I've not had a chance to look at it yet, but I've seen it in my inbox. I'll enjoy that when I get home with a cup of tea. Good morning, Jack Christie. How are you doing, Jack? Pegasus over Newcastle, says Chipaz. Excellent. Everything progressing nicely. Plenty more to come, is there, Alibi? Oh dear. I was thinking about how I'm going to take it all down, kit-wise, you know. Taking it down in wet is not easy. We'll figure it out though. Well, I say it is easy, if you don't mind whether you reuse it again or not, but ooh, Jack had a trip to Seville and a go around. Excellent on both counts. That is really cool. Les, the rugby was harder because it was colder and windier. I think rain-wise, I think it's rained more since I got here up to now than that day, but that day was freezing, weren't it? Proper freezing, and it was extremely windy, and it was extremely wet. But I think just on water, I think it's today. I think today's the wettest. If this amount of rain had come down on that rugby show, I'd never have finished it. Craig McLean, you are superstar sport. Thank you, mate. Gifting a membership which has landed with New England Flight TV videos. Very much welcome to them, and thank you so much, Craig. Awesome support, buddy. Good morning, Sue Major. Happy Sunday to you, Sue. Don't worry, Rab. I've got a feeling nature may well yet take its course between now and the mighty P's arrival. Hard to say. At the minute, everything's behaving, but I'm not really able to monitor anything. I'm all in. I'll tell you what, folks, it would be mega to finish with 300 likes. We're now 10:15. I'm not sure I'm going to last to the intended 12:35. We'll see how we do. Comes in fits and starts in terms of how cold you feel. Fun is outweighing cold though, definitely. Now, take the camera away from the rain. There we go. Right, we have an inbound aircraft, mercifully. Don't want too much time to think. Iceland Air, inbound from Reykjavik, a Max 8 with a pale blue stripe, which is exactly what I've put on the emoji suite for today's show. Don't worry, Rab, I will. If it gets to the point where my endurance is going to be exceeded, I'll just make my apologies. We're good at the minute though. Thanks, mate, though. Appreciate that. I am super motivated though by wanting to see the Qatar Dreamliner come in. and kick up some spray. So I'll try and hang on if I can, if the kit lets me. At least one thing, the weather guys and girls can be delighted with their forecasting skills. Good morning, Les Forrester. How you doing, Les? I think that's it, Rab. Addicted to Dreamliner spray, or Qatar Dreamliner spray more accurately. 12:01, that sounds doable, as long as it doesn't shed too much time. Right, we have an inbound plane. What have we got? From the lucky dip of planes, it's an EasyJet A320neo from Bristol. Guzzy, Golf Uniform Zulu Echo Echo. Approaching its first birthday. Good morning, Steve Marsh. Hope you're keeping well. I'm like I'm off to a flame with this kind of thing, Steve. If I thought things through a bit more, perhaps would have stayed in bed. So, the legend that is the Pegasus A321 on the shortlist for plane of the day. Interesting. Discuss. Anyway, it is small minutes away, 7 minutes and counting. Don't worry, Casey, when I reach that threshold, that's what we'll do. It feels weirdly like it's getting brighter in some parts, but over the Forth it looks pretty vile at the minute. I'm getting the sense that from the Pentland Hills side of things, well no, actually, I lie. I thought it was getting brighter. It's just an illusion. It's just less dark than everywhere else. So the Ryanair is off to Copenhagen. God bless you, Leslie McIntosh. Super chat $4.99. Get myself a hot drink to warm me up after the stream. I will spend it on a hot drink, Leslie. I'm going to have to bank that one though, because I very stupidly left my wallet at home. I'm getting to that tricky age, I reckon. Fantastic support though, massively appreciated. Thank you, Leslie. Right, where is the mighty P? It's just over Livingston. Oh, Linda Canties, God bless you too. £20 super chat. Have a cup of tea on you. I deserve it. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Much love from me to all of you. What do you reckon the odds are that we finish the show under blue skies and sunshine? Good morning, Mary Brock. You're not going to be rinsing us about the cricket, are you, Mary? We're still quite fragile about that one. Anyway, keeping well at this end. Oh, flu jab. Had my flu jab Thursday evening. Yeah, Thursday evening. Our clinic doing evening clinics for that, although I was the only person there, which was quite nifty. Anyway, by the by, no side effects. Happy days. I'll tell you what, Nell, hot cocoa That will go down well, won't it? Don't be worried, Rab. Nobody make any moves. Make no moves. When this comes down, I am literally going to waddle it back to the car, pretty much as it is now, and go for a rapid departure. I think that's the way to go. Here she is. Looking good. Definitely punching a weight with the spray displacement. Can't make my mouth say the words. Lots of love for that Pegasus though. My God. Oh, good morning, Yorkshire Biker. Spotted you in the chat. Oh, Mary went for England to win at cricket. Ah, well. I thought they got a shot. Still four more to do. So let's have a look for that Pegasus emoji spam. Craig McLean's setting it off. Les the Ben, Yorkshire Biker, Rab H. More from Craig. Plus plane of the day. Scottish Linda. Lots from Scottish Linda and Yorkshire Biker really. Lots of love for the Pegasus. Right, we have inbound action, so let's stay focused on that. It's an EasyJet in from Belfast, an A320 being pursued by what? Another EasyJet, another 320 from Stansted. Scottish Linda, God bless you. Just seen your Kofi land with me. Tea and cake, £20 via Kofi. You are awesome. Thank you. Alibi's not having this Pegasus thing. I'm telling you, I've seen the light. Well, let's just say, oops, crikey, Brolly's getting in the way. It's since Tony Rivers gifted me that model. Eddie can't believe it either. Not Tony gifting the model, but my conversion. Sorry folks. to Dr. Kersey. How's tricks? Easy in, easy out. Ooh. Good morning to Dr. Kersey's grandchildren. Do we want to do a name check? Our family's good, thank you, Dr. Kersey. I think Alibi, we'll have to get me polygraphed, won't we? Some sort of live stream with a polygraph. No, that will be good. Scottish Linda celebrating 19 months of the PSA Crew Lounge, treating the weans to a fry up this morning. Food of gods. Oh dear. I think I'm going to see if I can conjure up a drink break. Pretty sure I packed a bottle of water somewhere. Sorry about the rustling. I think Scottish Linda. Just bear with me, folks. I'm just going to try and take the top off this. Mark's home airport is going to be going through a major phase of expansion. Is that a plane coming in? Crikey, it is, isn't it? Grab H, above and beyond, mate. Thank you so much. I've just seen your Ko-fi donation. Well, I suppose bad weather does bring opportunity, doesn't it, for something different, and all this spray has been fantastic, but mega support. Thank you, pal. So the EasyJet on shot. Trying to see where it's going, but the tablet's not having it. Just giving you a quick peek around the airport before I give the lens a quick wipe. Well, thank you, Yorkshire Biker. That was off to Munich, was it? And suddenly it looks like we're out of planes. So inbound, what have we got? British Airways, 6 minutes away. Aegean, 15 minutes away. Apologise for the rustling. I think that might be a bit better. Tony Rivers, Pegasus was a moment to savour. Alibi is taking some convincing. Alibi, don't worry, mate. I'm all right for a bit. I'm all right for a bit. The microphone had moved a little bit, so I probably sounded worse than I feel. But don't worry, I'm not going to be heroic. Just out of curiosity, what time is the Dreamliner making? It's 12 o'clock last I looked. I can see an EasyJet pushing back, so let's just see where that's slated to go. Bordeaux, so that should be with us momentarily. Good morning, excuse me, Kenny Woodburn, how you doing? And of course, welcome to anybody that has recently joined the show. Slight pause in action. British Airways will be switching the action tap back on with us in 4 minutes with their shuttle from London Heathrow, a 4-year-old A320neo. Not yet visible, but will be any minute. KC, that is really kind. Honestly, you guys, there's nothing I wouldn't do for you, but the support you give me is just outstanding. I figured today was worth a shot just to see what a really shoddy, I was going to use another word, not shoddy, but you know, like lots of spray, the wind levels not excessively problematic, that kind of thing, because they do like a nice bit of spray action. As I was saying earlier, this just wouldn't have been doable in high wind, but actually the rain is pretty much stopping now. You'll still hear it on mic, it's still tinkling on the brolly, but it's pretty much winding down now, which I think is how the forecast was. As you get nearer to 12 o'clock, we may even get a bit of a no rain period. There's like a window which would be perfect then for taking the kit down. Thank you, Leslie. Too kind. Too kind. Well, that's a curious view. I'll see if I've got enough slack to... Well, I haven't. I'm glad I didn't try and do it. I was looking towards the Pentland Hills, and there's a band of cloud that's actually below the hill line. I just don't have enough slack in the HDMI cable, I think. Let's see if I can conjure a bit up. Nice to share what I can see. Anyway, it caught my eye. So that is the EasyJet heading for Bordeaux. Good morning, Deborah Me. Happy Sunday. Hi as well to Aviation Action Scotland. Hey up, buddy. So British Airways on the way in, EasyJet on their way out. Still no sign of the BA inbound. Good morning to Colin Lee's Hearts. Top of the morning to you, my friend. I wonder what the weather is like in Bordeaux this time of year. Is it one of those places that hangs on to decent temperatures, or is it pretty much like the rest of us, cold and wet? Right, British Airways are nearly on us. Good morning, Gary Fleming. How you doing? There you go, folks. You've seen it from Scottish Linda. 6th of December is the final cut-off for anybody that wants one of Scottish Linda's 2025 calendars. Edinburgh Airport calendars, that is. Right, folks, Aegean in next. Yeah, Linda, you can put the, I don't know if you're able to, but if you can, put the link in the chat. I've got no objection to that. Okay, Aegean, here we come. Loving all that emoji spam for the Aegean. Craig McLean, Gary Fleming, Yorkshire Biker, Rab H and Nell. Any more takers? Les the Bairn as well. Certainly a Bobby Dazzler. Tell you what I'll do, Linda, notwithstanding all of the issues with different platforms, I'll pop the link into the community post that I put out following this stream. That's going to be tidy. Oh, and Rab's cracked the case. Well done, Rab. There you go, folks. You've only got till the 6th of December to avail yourself of one of Linda's excellent Edinburgh 2025 calendars. PSA not doing one this year. So what we got next in Norwegian inbound from Oslo. Pursued by Logan Air from Southampton. I remember that day as well, Gary. God, that was cold. This has been wetter, mate. This has been wetter. I know that doesn't sound likely, but even walking across the showground this morning, because unhelpfully they got the gates. Oops, I moved the camera there, haven't I? I had to go and park up towards the Holiday Inn that way on. Anyway, showground was absolutely puddle after puddle, and the pace of it since has not slacked one little bit until now. Sorry folks, I'm panning without zooming out. The bag was just a bit too slippy. But you're right, that was a nuts day, it really was. Well, they ain't bad now. In fact, I'm not entirely sure if it's stopped raining. I'm going to take the brolly down and find out. Near enough. So I've dropped the brolly. Not literally. Welcome back, Glenn. Right, I can see the next plane. That'll be a Logan Air ERJ 145 from Southampton. Still a bit far out, so I'll not chase it just yet. Currently at around 1,500 feet or thereabouts. Tell you what, there's something growling in the sky. KLM A330 overflying us. Sadly, way above the cloud. Charlie Bravo reporting in sunshine. Isn't that Nottinghamshire? Charlie Bravo. I was getting excited then for a minute, thinking perhaps it's here. So the plane on shot is off to Gdansk. Not sure if that's an optical illusion, but it might be Turkish Airlines on their way back out. Didn't seem 2 minutes ago since they arrived. stay with the Ryanair for the minute. Brolly's going back up. Brolly up. Turkish it is. Turkish delight. Await the right side of the tree. Delighted by that. Yeah, Leslie, the rain has come back enough to get the brolly up, but then as soon as I put the brolly up, it's kind of, it's not stopped, but it feels like it's stopping again. I'll leave the brolly up for a bit. So we're going to strive for a 12 o'clock finish. Literally when the Qatar comes in, that's when I'll pull the plug. Oh, I can see, it's, can't be right. Is Pegasus pushing as well? Or, not quite sure. So yeah, we'll finish with the Qatar arrival at 12 o'clock. I think that feels the right jump off spot. Here we go, giving it the beans. Well, that's an odd thing, isn't it? It's nothing on finals. Just got an EasyJet on its way out. I've just missed planes and trains as well. I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it. Well, no great rush here. So EasyJet off to London Luton, and the aircraft have got transponding at the minute. Air France around 10 minutes away. I must be honest, I did wonder where they were. Rain seems to have stopped again. Don't see that. Apologies for the rustling, just adjusting position of the microphone. I thought, Glenn, that the speed limit at Edinburgh was 15 knots on the taxiway, but if anyone knows different to that, or with certainty, please do say. point. Glenn, I don't know. I assumed it's 15 unless downwards restrictions apply, which I guess would just be for ATC to call as they see. But I don't know, mate. Interesting one. Good morning, Matthew Frizzell. It was indeed. Andy P, is your chat playing? Or is it still mucking you about? Yeah, I can report there is no rain at the minute. I'm going to take my hood down. I'm fed up with having a hood up. It really clamps your headset onto your ears. Rab H has got Scotch broth on, or about to. Nice move. Air France looks like it's going to be our next inbound. Should be with you in 4 minutes. That'll be an A220-300. I do apologise for making more rustling noises. Now the rain has stopped, I'm putting the microphone somewhere else. That might be to the best. Good morning, Alexandra Wood. How you doing? Good stuff, Andy P. Good stuff. Qatar Dreamliner 11:58. Thank you, Rab. Folks, that will be the final plane of the show. We're going to finish with a big one, with a big fish. Good morning, SE Media 25. Hello to you. Having a quick look around the airport. It looks like nothing else is going to happen before Air France arrive. We do have a EasyJet departure to London Stansted. That is just in the process of pushing and turning. And I see we've got a milestone moment to celebrate as well. SE Media 25, a member for 15 months. Thank you so much for your support, buddy. Really appreciate it. Oh, it's welcome back, is it, Alexandra? Yeah, I did make it eventually. So sorry. and to anybody else that has been got up and was ready and I wasn't ready kind of thing, it was just horrible. Whereas now it's proper deck chair weather. Well, I didn't bother with the deck chair, but right, so we've got Air France with us in a minute. I'm just going to shake some water off some of my kit, if I can, without flooding everything. I have to do this carefully. Just going to go for a microphone check or change. Swap this for that. Because the original mic had seen a bit more water than I think was ideal. Anyway, all good. Where's he going? Ah, nice one, Gary. That is multitasking, isn't it? Get me on the big TV, get the housework done. Yeah, loving your moxie, mate. Have we had a runway change? We have, ain't we? Or is he just drying the track? Anyone know what's going on here? Well, I'll be backtracking. As you can see, the windsock has knocked off for the day. Interesting one, there is an ops vehicle on the taxiway, but not the repair truck. Probably hard to show you, it's in the trees pretty much. Whatever it is of interest seems to be on the tree line. Thank you, Rob H. I am looking forward to the most luxurious and lengthy bath you can imagine. Going to be in there plenty. Well, I don't know if that was an error. It'd be an interesting one. Shame I hadn't brought the scanner with me today. The ops vehicle has definitely seen something he wanted to look at along that stretch. It was there for probably about 5 minutes. But they've not done any repairs or anything, have they? Anyway, they got away good enough. For a minute I thought, we're not swapping runways, are we? And back here in the chat, where are we? Sean Mac Aviation Pics. Good morning to you, buddy. Welcome to what is now a dry, overcast, and with a threat of rain. And the rain will be back, not while we're alive, but I don't think. Ooh, bit of bird scaring. Give it some welly. To be fair, Mary Brock, I think Mrs. PSA has had worse jobs. By gum. Just having a quick look, see where our Dreamliner is. Right, it looks like the Dreamliner is at Newcastle. Exactly as Alibi calls it in the chat. Alibi, I was just looking on Flight Radar just as I was looking at the chat comments. We're all in the same place. 1203 says Rab. Roger that. Iceland Air taxiing out, says Alexandra. It's definitely doing that because it ain't where I could see it. It's not in view at the minute. Oh, what we got? Gonna fire a shell off, ain't we? Used all the nice stuff. Now we're going to make it go bang. Let's just go out a bit longer. Oh no, he's getting back in. Ooh. I can see an EasyJet that has pushed and turned. Always friendly. Right, we have an EasyJet on the taxiway rather than a backtracking EasyJet this time. Plane on shot is an A320 on its way to Birmingham. They won't scare me, Nell. Not till they get the shooters out, then I'm off. I'll tell you what, whatever it is they're burning in there, it looks the place to be right now. Oh, hang on a minute, is that the chicken food plant? But that don't smell too bonny. Good morning, bingo, bango, bongo. Happy Sunday to you. Oh, we've got a Delta pinging up as well. I forgot about the Delta. Thanks, Linda. I can see the Iceland Air now. Everything needs to get moving because that rain is on its way back, almost certainly. Check that out. Found a wet part of the track there. Is that what it is, Alibi? Oh, that smoke. Linda Cooper, if you're listening but not watching, Alibi's wondering if you're burning anything. Oh dear. So next arrival looks like a British Airways A320 from Heathrow. Several miles out when Alexandra called it in the chat. A bit less than that now. See if I can find it on flight radar. Yep, just passing over Livingston as we speak. 20 more likes for 300. Be fantastic if we can top out at 300. We've got about 28 minutes or thereabouts to do it. Whatever, it's been fun. A lot of fun. One of those days where you think to yourself, if I do it, will it work out? Nice to stretch the envelope every now and again and push the boundary. Can't tell if we're getting a wave, but I am waving. drowning. Bingo, bango, bongo. I can confirm Mark will definitely not be taking a dip in the Firth. I wouldn't do that in the summer. But I am sodden, you're right. Well, it kind of feels like it's raining. I can't really see it. I can see the delta though. Big delta has pushed back. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I ain't seen a soul here today. They definitely want certifying if they had rocked up, but you do see the odd dog walker from time to time, but not so much. Don't worry, Scottish Linda, I'd feel way worse if I had company. This is not a day for company at all. It's just one of those, enjoy the spray, enjoy the planes. I think we've done that. You lot have been great company. You've kept me going. You kept me going, and that's the important thing. No matter how onerous that rain was in the earlier phase of the show, you lot, you're just brilliant. I felt bad enough that I started late, but I was here early. I just couldn't get the thing up. I know that doesn't sound right. You know what I mean. Thing being the broadcast. Phil says, raining in Livingston. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the brolly up. You've made my mind up, Phil. I don't think there's anything to be gained by chancing my arm in the last few minutes. Oh, God bless Mary. Is that your membership? Excuse me, sniffing. Your membership expired. Right, brolly is up. Mark Poppins has popped back into the show. Yeah, I'm blushing, Rob. I was thinking, why did I use those words? Brain is numb. However, I can honestly say that when I get back to the PSA mobile, this has been a lot of fun to do on a Sunday. I'm thinking, Casey, there's a lot of dogs, particularly those with a real sense for crummy weather and the avoidance of. But a lot of dogs probably don't want to go out on days like this. My Whippet never used to want to go out on wet days, unless we were going somewhere that involved green Wellington boots, which always meant out over the fields. So there's your delta. Going to give the old runway a bit of a dry. HGC, A up. You're in time for the finale. That's the important thing. Don't know where this rain has been, but it's pretty salty. So we've got a couple of corking heavies to finish with. The Delta 767 on its way back to JFK, and the inbound Qatar Dreamliner 9 inbound from Doha. And the rain also inbound from Livingston. Well, we started in the wet, we might as well finish in the wet. In fact, looks like an awful lot wet. Tell you what, that's a noisy critter. Ooh, special sticker. Years of Delta. the Dreamliner 13 miles away. Just as well really, because there's a lot of heavy rain much closer. Oh dear. Craig McLean, I've just seen your really fantastic comment. Thank you for being part of it, and as well for your generosity. Okay, let's see what's what. We've got Logan Air on the taxiway, and the RJ145 on its way to Southampton. And we have the impressive Dreamliner 9 inbound with Qatar. And then we're going to say adieu, farewell, and all that. Thank you, Yorkshire Biker. Oh, way up, Paul Sky. Here, but no visual on the Dreamliner over Livingston. I ain't got no visual here. Looking your way either. It is Gaming 14. Hi to you. How you doing? Here for the finale. Logan Air. They're taxiing like they're expecting to get out before the Dreamliner comes in. Well, they were. No chance now. Well, how's that, folks? Just going to leave you on Scotland's finest while I just work out what's what we've set up. I'm just going to go to camera as well, so if you can bear with me, I just want to say thank you to everyone for a fantastic day. Well, I would if I could. If I could get organised. So let's put that over there. Right, fantastic. Just bear with me while I see if I can get myself on camera instead of just my brolly. There we go. If I just go a bit more that way. How are we doing, folks? How's this for a backdrop? Thank you everybody that supported us during the course of today's Sunday show from Edinburgh. I knew the rain was going to be a challenge, but it's all worked out okay in the end because you've joined me, supported me, watched me. It's been absolutely amazing fun. Massive shout out to the moderators team for today's show. Everybody's been in the house, but let's do a roll call. Rab H, Nell W, Alibi 58, Alexandra Ward, Les Donaldson, Dopey Gore. Love you all to bits. Everybody that has supported me above and beyond with Ko-fi donations and super chats, I love you to bits too. I'll do a proper reckon up with our Wall of Champions, but from me to you, thank you so much. It's been a blast. I'm just going to quickly look to the bottom of the chat, go bottom up, and then I am going to El Rapide, take myself that way and get myself into the PSA mobile and get Gonski. So bottom up, let's just do that. One more like for 300, I see. If you're in the show and you've yet to tickle the like, 300's a nice way to finish, but whether we do, whether we don't, it's been fantastic. There's absolutely no wind here whatsoever. Soccer's just died out of shot. You lot are ace. And I'm just gonna waffle on if I'm not careful. I'm going to say goodbye, have a great rest of Sunday, and thanks again. You've been utterly awesome. So, let me just put everything back where it should be. This is Mark signing out. He will be in a second. Get near the broadcast box. Right, this is Mark signing out. See you soon.